Oh, you won't believe this one. I mean, hold on to your seats, because what we're about to talk about will make your head spin. It's the story that's been brewing for years. Meghan Markle, the glamorous Duchess of Sussex, isn't just running the royal life. No, honey, she's been running a master plan, and guess who got caught in her web first? Yep, her ex-husband, Trevor Engelson. And trust me, he's got a lot to say. Let's rewind, shall we? We're talking about Trevor, the man who was once Meghan's starter husband, the man she married before she was anyone, before the glittering Hollywood career, before the prince, before the fairy tale wedding. He was the one who was there when Meghan was just a struggling actress trying to get a break. And now, he's the man who claims that their entire marriage was a strategic move, a way for Meghan to climb the ladder. And trust me, what he's saying now is shaking everything we thought we knew about her. He's ready to spill the tea. Picture this, it's 2011. Meghan Markle isn't the Duchess we know today. She's just another actress, fighting to book a role in Hollywood, fighting to make a name for herself. Enter Trevor Engelson, a rising Hollywood producer. He was her ticket. He was her access to the world that would make her dreams come true. They got married. It was supposed to be love, right? Wrong. It wasn't love. It was a business deal. Trevor was the bridge to her dream life, the golden key that would unlock Hollywood for her. And when she got in, when she made it big with Suits, well, Trevor became expendable. Can you imagine the coldness of that? 1 minute, you're the love of someone's life, and the next, you're nothing but a stepping stone. That's exactly what Trevor describes. The second Meghan landed that role and got her green card stamped, she changed. She didn't need him anymore. She was in Hollywood now, and Trevor was just the anchor that weighed her down. Once she had what she wanted, she didn't just leave, she discarded him. And the way it ended? Oh, honey, get ready. The world thought she just sent him a breakup letter, a sad we're over text. No. Meghan Markle didn't even have the decency to give Trevor that. Instead, she mailed him back the wedding ring. And no note, not a word of explanation. Just a package with the ring like it was some kind of old costume jewelry that she no longer needed. Can you imagine the humiliation? She didn't even have the guts to say goodbye in person. She reduced him to a prop in her life, a tool that had served its purpose. But it's not just about the ring, darling. Trevor's claims are deeper than that. According to him, Meghan didn't leave because she fell out of love. Oh no, she left because she leveled up. And Trevor, he was stuck on level 1. It's all coming to light now, and let me tell you, this is just the beginning. Now let's talk about the real bombshell here. Trevor claims that Meghan wasn't just using him for Hollywood access. She was using him to build a career. She needed him to get through the door, and once she was inside, she didn't need the man who opened it for her. So what did she do? She moved to Toronto for Suits, leaving Trevor behind in Los Angeles doing the dirty work. It was a classic use and discard move. And when Trevor tried to be the supportive husband, well, Meghan was already done with him. She started isolating him, cutting him out of her new life. Trevor claims that when he visited Meghan in Toronto, he didn't even recognize her. The woman he married was gone, replaced by someone obsessed with status and image. Meghan, according to him, started making fun of his lifestyle, criticizing him for not fitting in with the new elite circles she was cultivating in Toronto. He was no longer her husband, he was just an accessory, a plus one that didn't quite match the new look. And that, my friends, is when things started to go downhill fast. There's more. Trevor says that he became nothing more than a background character in Meghan's life. While she was out living it up with her high society friends, he was left sitting in their rented apartment, alone. She didn't even want him visiting her on set. She didn't want him to see how much she was changing, how much she was growing beyond him. And Trevor knew that she was already auditioning for someone else. And you won't believe who came next. Enter the chef. Yes, honey, Meghan moved on from Trevor to a Canadian chef, and let me tell you, that's where things really start to get messy. Trevor claims that Meghan didn't leave him for love. No. She left because the chef had access to something Trevor couldn't give her, the right connections. The chef's social circle was full of Canada's elite, the people Meghan needed to know to break into the next level. And let's not forget, the chef wasn't just a rebound. He was a stepping stone to the next phase of her plan. Trevor says Meghan had been strategizing her whole life. She knew exactly what she was doing when she left him. This wasn't just a marriage, this was a series of moves on a chessboard. She didn't fall in love with the chef, she saw him as a way to elevate her status, just like she saw Trevor as a way to get into Hollywood. She's always had a goal, always had a bigger picture, and Trevor, he was just a part of it, a part that had outlived its usefulness. But the chef, well, the chef was useful. He got her into the circle she needed, rubbed elbows with the right people, but he wasn't the one. Oh no, Meghan was already scouting her next move. And guess who that was? That's right, enter Prince Harry. Now don't get too comfy, because here's where the plot thickens. Meghan Markle didn't just leave Trevor for the chef. No, this was all part of her grand plan, her blueprint to climb higher. And guess who was next on her radar? That's right, Prince Harry. The prince himself. And Trevor, he was sitting there watching it all unfold. But let me tell you, Trevor wasn't just a passive observer in this royal saga. He's got the receipts, and they're juicy. The man's been sitting on some explosive claims, and now he's ready to spill it all. And trust me, the royals won't like this one bit. So, remember that chef? Meghan wasn't in love with him. She didn't need him for love. She needed him for access. But access to what? Exactly? Oh, honey, it wasn't just about mingling with the rich and famous. No, Meghan's eyes were set on a bigger prize. And that prize? It was the British royal family. Trevor alleges that the moment Meghan met Harry, she saw a golden opportunity. Not for love, but for an upgrade. The chef? He was step 2 in her plan. Harry? He was step 3. The ultimate prize. The ticket to global fame, the ultimate platform. But before Harry even entered the picture, Meghan was already laying the groundwork. Trevor claims that Meghan's romantic life had always been about one thing: strategic positioning. She knew what she wanted and would stop at nothing to get it, even if that meant using men like Trevor and the chef as mere pawns in her game. And once she got what she needed from them, they were discarded like old baggage. And you won't believe how it all went down with Harry. Oh, we've heard the rumors, right? The world was watching as Meghan and Harry's romance blossomed. But according to Trevor, it wasn't the fairy tale romance we all thought it was. In fact, Trevor claims that Harry was being used just like he had been. Only this time, the stakes were much higher. Trevor was apparently horrified when he saw Meghan and Harry together. He saw all the same signs, the same pattern that had played out in his own life. The isolation, the manipulation, the control. He saw Harry being pulled away from his family, from his friends, just like Trevor had been. Meghan had already perfected her technique, and now she was using it on Harry. The isolation wasn't accidental, Trevor says. It was part of the plan. You see, this is how Meghan operates. She isolates her partner from everyone they know, from their support system. She makes them feel like the only person who truly understands them is her. And that, my friends, is how she gains control. Trevor's claims are chilling. He describes how Meghan did the exact same thing to him. Slowly but surely, she separated him from his friends, his family, his career. It wasn't dramatic at first. No, it was subtle. She made him believe that cutting ties with people who weren't supporting them was a sign of growth. She made him feel like he was evolving, like he was getting better. But in reality, Trevor was just being isolated, cut off, and manipulated. And Harry? Well, Trevor believes Harry is currently living out the same nightmare, the same psychological games, the same manipulation. Trevor claims that Harry doesn't even realize what's happening to him. But Trevor, he saw it all unfold before his very eyes. And let me tell you, what Trevor's saying now about Harry's future is straight up terrifying. Trevor warns that Harry is in what he calls the devaluation phase. This is the phase where the partner has served their purpose. They've gotten the title, the fame, the money, but now they've become a liability. And Harry, well, Trevor predicts that he's about to become that liability. You see, once Meghan's got what she wanted from Harry, his status, his connections, his platform, he's going to be discarded, just like Trevor was. And the way she'll do it? Oh, it won't be the dramatic, explosive breakup you're imagining. No, Meghan will rebrand. She'll make it look like it's Harry's fault. She'll shift the narrative. She'll paint him as unstable, as unhappy, as holding her back. And the public? The public will feel sorry for her. Meghan will position herself as the one who's outgrown him, the one who needs to move on for her own growth. And Harry? He'll be the one left behind in a mess of bad PR, waiting for the inevitable divorce. But wait. It doesn't stop there. Trevor says Meghan's ultimate goal isn't just to be some royal princess. Oh no, she's thinking bigger than that. Trevor claims that the real endgame for Meghan is all about money. Not just any money, mind you, but big time money, billionaire money. She's done with the royal connections. She's done with the prince. She wants more. She wants power. She wants to be a global empire, and Harry just can't give her that. Trevor believes that Meghan's recent rebranding is all part of this strategy. The lifestyle changes, the shift away from royal duty, it's all a signal. She's pivoting. She's moving on from the prince, and she's setting her sights on a billionaire. And Harry? He's just in the way now. Trevor's warning to Harry is brutal. He says, she's not trying to fix it, Harry. She's just waiting for the wire transfer to clear. That's right, folks. The truth is far darker than we could have ever imagined. Meghan Markle isn't in this for love. She's in it for power, for status, for wealth. And Harry? Well, he's just the latest casualty in her relentless pursuit of the top. So what's next for Harry? Trevor predicts that Meghan is already preparing to leave him. him, but it won't look like she's the one leaving. Oh no, she'll make it look like she's escaping him. She'll rewrite the narrative, just like she did with Trevor, and the world will buy it. The scariest part of all this? Trevor says that Meghan's game is highly strategic. Every move, every word, every appearance, it's all part of the plan. She's been doing this for years. And the reason she gets away with it? Because people don't see the manipulation until it's too late. And that, my friends, is the harsh reality of being caught in Meghan Markle's web. It's all part of her game, and no one's safe from it, not even a prince. So, is Harry about to become just another casualty in Meghan's relentless climb to the top? Or will he finally see the light before it's too late? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, Meghan Markle isn't done yet. And the world is watching, waiting for the next chapter in this insane saga. And if Trevor's warnings are anything to go by, it's going to be one hell of a show.